Well, it turned out that I was overthinking the whole thing. I don't need a walkthrough to figure out where these treasure chests are. There's just a couple of little things I missed. Check it out. If you go right here, then there's actually going to be... I'm not really sure if you need the light sword for this. As you can see, I just didn't use it in time there and turned into a wolf, but it doesn't seem to be a problem. Whoa, 50 rupees in a tiny chest. Okay. And there's another one on the different side of the room, but yeah, the platforms are actually in the fog, so yeah, I was just overthinking it. It's a little harder to make the jump as a wolf, but it's not too bad. And what do we have here? Piece of heart. Alright, we've collected 5 pieces and formed a new heart container. I was forgetting where that second piece of heart was, but I had a feeling it was before the second half of the dungeon, and the second half of the dungeon, is what we were gonna do right now. Unfortunately, it's not as simple as just getting up there. We gotta get out of here. And it's not gonna take too long, don't worry. So once you have the light sword, you can do that. So I told you, they don't screw you in Zelda. And if you didn't want to do it, you could always just save the game and end up back in the first one. Or, you know, die and end up back at the beginning of the room. That is kind of strange how, I just thought about that, because when I first got this game, I sucked. And in the Goron Mines, I kept falling into the lava. You know, I didn't know where the heart pieces were, so I had I think I only had 4 hearts at the time. Maybe 5, but I think I only had 4. So I kept dying and dying and dying because I kept falling into the lava and dying. And, you know, the room I specifically remember is in the Goron Mines, the third one you go into, which is the one with the iron things on the ceiling, but it wasn't the ceiling that was giving me the problem, it was the room itself, where you had to pull open the door and then get to it in time. So for some reason I always mess this up. I think you just do a spin attack and do that, obviously, which is what I just did, but for some reason I always try to do a jump attack before. It doesn't work. And now we go into the final part. This is where we start going ascending, because if you bothered to look at your dungeon map, which I don't think I have, but let's do it now, you'll see that this dungeon actually has 4 floors, and we somehow got to the second one. I think that, yeah, you do climb up a bit, but yeah, there's actually 4 floors in the dungeon, even though we really have only been to the first so far. I wish that once you got the dungeon map, there was a way to tell which rooms you've already been in, although I think there is. Yeah, there is. Way to complain about the game, something that you shouldn't complain about at all. Now, these rooms are really tricky and kind of annoying too, but oh well. There's only a few rooms left in the dungeon. We're nearing the end. There's not a whole lot. It's mainly just a few rooms that, you know, take a while instead of a bunch of little rooms. And mainly you're going to be going up. And I'm not the biggest fan of going up, but that's why I never really liked Kid Icarus, but oh well. And I've thought about getting the new one, but, you know, wouldn't it just be like the thing, you know, like, oh, you can't beat the old ones, get the new one. It's probably easier. And it is probably easier, but, you know, I said I don't like going up, and it's called Kid Icarus Uprising, so I think that, can't you slash this? No, you can't do that. I'm thinking of something else. But yeah, these ones don't have the power of light. I always forget that you can, you know, do that like you can in Skyward Sword. Just shake. But sometimes when I do it, it doesn't work. It just like pulls the sword out. So I'm like, oh, let's get the blob. Oh. Quick, put it down. And when you put both of them in, then the fog disappears and we get to go up. Unfortunately, the room is taller than just this one flight of stairs. And it's weird, since usually like one flight of stairs is one story. So this room, like, think about this, like this one room is like 3 stories tall, but, you know, the game says it's only 2. There is a treasure chest, and I'm not about to forget about that. Because the thing is, this is really linear, this last part. Like, once you're in a room, there's really no reason you need to come back. Unless you missed a boss key, which is actually very hidden. And I'm going to be sure not to miss it. I know where it is, I just have a bad habit. This one in the Temple of Time of getting to the top and missing the boss key. It's actually pretty hidden here. You don't fight any kind of mini-boss. It's just... Yeah, and here, see this? This is where you realize your power of the light sword. You kill these guys in one hit. And I think you kill them all, and that's when you get the treasure chest that is going to appear right there. Right? Yes. And for some reason, I always think that this is the heart piece, but I think it's actually a key. You actually need to do this to get out of the room. Sure enough, I'm right. It's kind of weird how, like, it's like you haven't seen this, like, making you kill all the enemies in the room to get a treasure chest. That's something you really haven't seen since the classic Zelda games. So now we're on the 3rd floor, and there's a bit more to do on the 3rd floor. But it's still very linear. In this room, I'm actually going to get the boss key first, just to show. This room's actually outside. It's pretty cool. Is it possible to see, like, where you started? Because if it was, that would be awesome. But no, because you're on the whoa, yeah, there is something over there, but like, where are you? Yeah, you're on the east side, so if you could see, it would be over there. But you know, this always reminds me of like Metroid Prime. Well, I said the city in the sky did, but this does too. Maybe this would be Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. I gave up on that game. Not that I didn't like it, I really liked it, but the final boss is just ridiculous. I can't beat it. At least I saw all the game though, so. Yeah, so this is where it is. This little area right here, where you have to do the spin attack thing and get behind here. What you might not notice is that if you look up, which you're like, what? I thought we were done with looking up. No, but yeah, you gotta do a bunch of double claw shots, and I'm pretty sure, does this actually take you to the 4th floor? I don't think it does. Which is good, because maybe that's just a way so that, like, you can see it. And here we have the boss key. Probably the most hidden one, even more so than the Temple of Time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the first 2 times I played the game, I missed it. No! Oh, I'm gonna fall. Yep. But see, that's why you need the light thing. But, you know, it doesn't matter too much. So to get out of this room, you basically need to get the key. Because if you didn't need it, then this whole little section would be worthless. Check it out, 1 hit on them. Of course, you still need to kill them all at a time when there are more than one. Which in that case there weren't. I'm hoping to be able to get to the boss in this video, because the boss is a pretty long fight. It's not really hard, but I really like it. It actually was one of my favorite fights in the game. A lot of people don't like the boss because, you know, you think it's going to be all epic because you're fighting Zant, but it's actually very easy. And I agree with that, but I still really like it. I mean, I don't think it's the easiest boss I've ever fought. I never died to it, but I think, you know, just like all the bosses in the game, it's just because, you know, they're really generous with your life in this game. And also, you can get, like, a ton of hearts in that boss battle. Oh well, it's time to stop talking about that. I'm pretty sure all you have to do in this room is actually just kill all the enemies. Like, I always think you have to go over here and get something, but no, what you actually have to do is kill all the cargo rocks. Whoa, that was a good shot. Or no, maybe it's all the Zant masks, not the cargo rocks. So let's focus on the Zant masks, because that would be more likely. Because, you know, that's what we did in the last room to get the key. Or maybe it's just both. Either way, I got time. And I got a sword made of light. Wait, this sword's not made of light. It's made of fight. Oh yeah. And once again, that was bad. Ah, shoot. If that could have been a great spin. I've yet to do a great spin with the light sword. And I'm gonna save it until I'm actually using it against enemies. So you're just gonna have to wait. Yeah, like that little platform over there, that always tricks me, even this time it did. Like, you'd think that would be where they put the boss key, but instead they put it in this little hidden area up here. Like, at first I didn't even know there was anything behind there, because it doesn't really look like there is. I mean, it just looks like decoration. But, nope. There is. I mean, I guess that's why it's a good idea to read the map. See, I want to get to the top of this room in this video, because the boss battle's kind of long. I want a whole video about that, so this will be a 15-minute video. Not a big deal. Other LPers upload for longer. So there is a treasure chest in this room, and once we get it, it will be 100% for the dungeon. Can you believe it? The next dungeon has like a lot of hidden treasure chests. And yes, there actually is one more dungeon in the game. Two more, technically, but, well, no, technically one more. But, well, the other one is not really like a dungeon. I mean, there are no treasure chests. Yeah, and this is really, like... Man, why don't I have this memorized? I should. Basically, they send you up with 3, and there's one that jumps on that takes you the right way, and the other 2 take you the wrong way. Is this the right one? I'm not sure. Yeah, it was. No. Ah, shit. Oh, wait, no. This was right. Looks like we're coming up right toward the treasure chest, so... I probably have to kill a bunch of enemies. Oh, fairy. Don't need it. Yeah, we really... Sorry, fairy. We just really don't need you right now. It's pretty sad, actually, that there is absolutely nothing we need that fairy for. We are as stocked as we can possibly be right now. And we have the maximum amount of heart pieces, too. So, there's, like, no way we can die. And, of course, they put that just out of reach. And I'm pretty sure that was just to get a fairy. We don't need to go here. And a fairy that's very useless. See, like, the jump attack is not very good. Maybe we should just save this until next video. Nah, I'm not gonna. Gotta hit them all at the same time. But, you know, I mean, you don't really. I mean, they're pretty generous with that. But they're not generous with these things. Actually very dickish, in my opinion. Because they make you take a guessing game like this. Oh, no! God! Okay. We got time. I'm not jumping as a wolf. Hate jumping as a wolf. Which is ironic, because you'd think a wolf could jump farther. It probably can. I really don't know. And they don't make you stay on the same one. That would be, you know, like... Oh, that was close. I think in Skyward Sword they're actually better about, you know, how they make you jump at angles, and it's a lot better, like, landing detection, you know, as opposed to hit detection. So, good thing right there. We gotta be ready for anything here. No, this is where you have to... Whoa. There we go. I knew that was what you have to do, just... He's dead. So where's the treasure chest? Well, it's not on this side of the room, but... Whoa, where'd you come from? Where are you? Whatever. Oh, he's up there. Be very careful here. Lower yourself. Don't be a daredevil. Oh my god. Whoa. What up with my shield? Oh, there. Whoa, hello. No, nuh-uh. No, oh my god, it's not working. Well, Skyward Sword's gonna be fun if I can't get it to work. It's not working. I have one nunchuck that works better than the other, and I don't think I'm using that. We'll just use the claw shot. You don't really need the shield attack is not necessary for this game, and if you ask me, it's the worst control in the game, which is why I was really, really not looking forward to the whole shield nunchuck thing in Scouts. I'll meet you back up there.